What's good, YouTube? It's Zach, and today we got Pittsburgh Steelers record prediction. Hope everyone's having an amazing day so far. The Pittsburgh Steelers are full of question marks offensively. Do they finally have their quarterback in Aaron Rodgers? Let's take a look at their schedule. Starting things off, week 1, they are taking on the New Jersey Jets at MetLife Stadium. Schedule developers, you guys aren't fly with this one, bucko. We all knew Aaron Rodgers going to the Steelers, and you better believe that him going to New Jersey is going to be electric. I do have Aaron Rodgers getting his revenge, taking down Justin Fields and the New Jersey Jets in kind of dominating fashion, at least for Steelers. Dominating is putting up 24 more points. Steelers win 28-10, starting things off 1-0. Week 2, they are taking on the Seattle Seahawks and Sam Darnold. I do expect at this point that Sam Darnold is not going to be figured out yet, and I do expect him to get the win over the Steelers in this affair, because I do think the Seahawks are going to put up 21 points, and Aaron Rodgers, for some reason, is going to forget how to play football, and the Seahawks get the win. Week 3, they are taking on the New England Patriots at Gillette Stadium. This is just going to be one of the oldest quarterbacks in the league taking on one of the youngest quarterbacks in the league, and I do believe youth will play a huge factor in this game. Aaron Rodgers might need to get a little bit of a nappy poo in this one, but I do think TJ Watt will suffer Drake May just enough where the Steelers are going to win this game probably like 10-7. It's going to be a very low-scoring, disgusting football game. Steelers get the win. Finally, week 4 before the week 5 bye. The week 5 bye is just an absolutely disaster amongst all fronts. And they take on the Minnesota Vikings at Croke Park, so it's going to be an international game. I do expect the Vikings to get the win in this one, unlike the Bengals video where I said the Vikings will beat the Bengals. That could be pretty controversial. I do think the Vikings are a better football team, especially offensively, and J.J. McCarthy will have a field day with the Steelers secondary, who's yet to be proven. So the Steelers enter their week 5 bye at 2-2. Thankfully, coming out of that bye week, they get the Cleveland Elves at Acrisure Stadium. Heinz Field, please and thank you. But yeah, Browns, again, they're going to be lucky to win 5 games this season. Who knows who's going to be quarterback at this point? It might be you who's currently watching this video. So yeah, Steelers win, go to 3-2. Week 7 on the short week, taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. Going from Cleveland to Cincinnati, can you call that a short week? That's probably not even a 4-hour drive apart. And you know these guys are just going to take a plane. So it doesn't really matter too much. But I do think Joe Burrow will destroy the Steelers in this game, especially at home. Give me the Bengals to drop the Steelers to 3-3. Week 8, they are taking on the Green Bay Packers. Going to be a very, very rival game, as you know, in the past, back when these guys used to be good teams in the 70s, in the 80s, and kind of the 90s, not so much. But just going to be a nice game to watch. I do expect the Packers going to destroy the Steelers, though. It's not going to be a competitive football game. Aaron Rodgers will not get revenge on his old team. And Packers get the win, dropping the Packers to sub-500 territory, or the Steelers to sub-500 territory. Thankfully, they get to play arguably the worst starting quarterback in the NFL in Anthony Richardson as they take on the Indianapolis Colts. Unless Jonathan Taylor turns into Jesus Christ himself, the Colts are not going to win this football game. So give me Aaron Rodgers and the Steelers to get the win over the Colts. Week 10, they are taking on the Los Angeles Chargers at SoFi Stadium. But I'm telling you right now, it's going to be about 75-25 Steelers fans over Chargers fans. And that's not going to help because the Chargers are just a way better team than the Steelers on paper. And honestly, just if we're speaking just in hypothetical terms as well, head coaching is going to cancel each other out, but Herbert is going to go off against that Steelers secondary. So give me the Chargers to get the win. Week 11, they are taking on the Cincinnati Bengals, and I do have the Bengals losing this game. That's right, home team taking each game in this series between the Bengals, the home team winning each one. So the Steelers get the win, even though I wouldn't be surprised if the Bengals swept them. I just have to have the Steelers get a sneaky win here. If the Steelers do win, Joe Burrow's got to have just one of the really bad games, like 2 or 3 turnovers on the Bengals offense. And TJ Watt might have to go for 7 sacks. Week 12, they're taking on the Chicago Bears at Soldier Field. Aaron Rodgers owns the Bears. That's just how it is. It's in the contract. And yeah, Steelers get the win, and Bears fans might honestly start revolting. Now, this is where things start to get really, really controversial. If the Steelers want any chance at making the playoffs in this AFC, they need to enter Week 13 with a record no worse than like 6-6, maybe 7-5. It might even need to be 8-4 because these final games that they're coming down to the stretch is not ideal. They are not beating the Buffalo Bills. There's absolutely no chance that's happening, bucko. So yeah, give me the Bills to take down the Steelers. And in back-to-back weeks, they're taking on the Ravens. They are going to Baltimore to play this game. And I do expect the Ravens to beat the Steelers once again as they drop 2 games consecutively to the 2 best teams in the AFC. And Steelers fans are starting to get upset. After those belt-to-belt games in the first 2 weeks, they get kind of a mini bye or 8 days rest, taking on the Miami Dolphins at home. This is going to be a nice rebound game for the Steelers as they take down the Dolphins. So to handle the Dolphins with no problems whatsoever, Steelers win. Now they have to go to Detroit at Ford Field, where the Lions are going to be trying to battle off the Packers to keep in front in the AFC North, or NFC North, sorry. And Jared Goff is not going to let them lose this game. Lions get the win, and Steelers are really, really in a world of hurt. Thankfully, they get the Elf lovers in Elf Stadium, and they will get the win, bouncing up to 8-8 as they get that Week 17 win over the Browns. And it all comes down to the Week 18 matchup where they take on the Baltimore Ravens, and they're going to lose this game. Sorry to be, suspenseful there. Steelers aren't going to beat the Ravens at all this season, and they finish 8-9, and it just seems to be that way. I know they think he finished 8-9 with the Packers in his last season with the team, and I just see that happening once again. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Am I too high on the Steelers for having them go 8-9, or are there people out there that think the Steelers will make the playoffs with Aaron Rodgers? If you guys enjoyed, make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you're new. Other than that, it's been Zach. I'll see you all in my next video. Peace.